Have you ever heard of the sleeping giant of Africa? It's a title that whispers of immense, untapped potential, a power waiting to be fully awakened. For decades, many have used this term to describe Ethiopia, a nation with a history as old as the mountains that define its landscape. But is this giant still sleeping? Or is it stirring, ready to reclaim its historical dominance in one of the world's most strategic regions? Today, we diving deep into the heart of Ethiopia's military might and its ambitious play for regional influence, from the highlands of Addis Ababa to the contested waters of the Red Sea. A fascinating story is unfolding. This isn't just about numbers and hardware, it's about strategy, history, and a bold vision for the future. Why is Ethiopia considered the most feared force in the Horn of Africa? What's the real story behind its military strength? Stick around because we're about to unpack it all. Let's start with the ground game. The Ethiopian National Defense Force, or ENDF, is one of the largest and most battle-hardened armies on the continent. Its sheer size is formidable, with hundreds of thousands of active personnel and a vast reserve pool. This isn't an army that just sits in barracks. It's an institution forged in the crucible of conflict, from internal struggles to extensive peacekeeping missions across Africa. Their experience on the ground is a currency that few other nations in the region can match. When we look at their arsenal, it's a fascinating mix of old and new. You'll see fleets of Soviet-era tanks like the T-72 and T-55, rugged and reliable machines that have proven their worth in the tough African terrain. But don't let the vintage hardware fool you. Ethiopia is rapidly modernizing. Recent years have seen the acquisition of more advanced systems, reflecting a strategic shift towards technological superiority. It has this blend of battle-tested grit and modern firepower that makes the NDF a force to be reckoned with. They know how to fight a low-tech war in rugged mountains and are quickly learning to master the high-tech battlefield. But perhaps the most dramatic evolution in Ethiopia's military strategy is happening in the skies. The Ethiopian Air Force has a proud history, once being one of the most capable in sub-Saharan Africa. While it faced challenges in recent decades, it's now experiencing a powerful resurgence. The secret to its renewed dominance: drones. Ethiopia has become a major operator of unmanned aerial vehicles, acquiring advanced drones from partners like Turkey and Iran. These eyes in the sky have fundamentally changed the dynamics of warfare in the region. They provide unparalleled surveillance capabilities and precision strike options, giving Ethiopia a significant edge. Imagine having the ability to monitor vast, remote border areas or target threats with pinpoint accuracy from hundreds of miles away. That's the power Ethiopia now wields. This isn't just about adding a new toy to the arsenal. It's a complete paradigm shift, allowing Ethiopia to project power with less risk and greater effect. While fighter jets like the Sukhoi Su-27 remain the crown jewels, it's the quiet hum of the drones that signals the future of Ethiopian air power. So, with this growing military might, what is Ethiopia's grand strategy? It has a complex game of chess centered on one critical objective: regaining access to the sea. Since losing its coastline in the early 90s, Ethiopia has been one of the world's most populous landlocked countries. This has been a massive economic and strategic vulnerability. Imagine a country of over 120 million people depending entirely on its neighbors' ports for trade. It's a situation that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has called a geographical prison, and Ethiopia is determined to break free. The government is pursuing a multi-pronged strategy. Diplomatically, it's pushing for a deal, offering neighbors like Djibouti, Eritrea, or Somaliland a stake in its massive state-owned enterprises, like the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam or Ethiopian Airlines, in exchange for sovereign port access. It's a bold move, turning its economic assets into geopolitical leverage. This is Ethiopia, a strategic genius in action, trying to turn its landlocked status from a weakness into a bargaining chip. The message is clear: help us, and we can all prosper together. But there's a harder edge to this strategy, and it's making waves across the region. Ethiopia has publicly declared its intention to rebuild its navy. Yes, a navy without a coastline. It might sound paradoxical, but it's a serious plan. The vision is to base naval assets in the ports of allied nations. This isn't just a symbolic gesture. A future Ethiopian navy, even a small one, operating in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden would fundamentally alter the regional security landscape. This ambition is setting the stage for what could be the Horn of Africa's next great power rivalry. The Red Sea is one of the world's most critical maritime choke points, with global powers like the US, China, and various Middle Eastern states all having a presence there. Ethiopia's re-entry into this crowded theater is a bold statement. It signals a desire not just for economic relief, but for a return to its historical role as a major regional power, a guarantor of its own destiny. The question is no longer if Ethiopia will attempt a strategic comeback, but how its neighbors and the world will react. So, can Ethiopia dominate the Horn of Africa again? It's a complicated question. On one hand, you have its massive population, a growing economy, and a rapidly modernizing military with unparalleled combat experience. The nation is fueled by a powerful sense of historical destiny and a clear strategic objective. This is a country that once ruled an empire stretching to the sea, and that memory runs deep. On the other hand, Ethiopia faces significant internal challenges and a complex external environment. Its push for sea access, particularly the controversial Memorandum of Understanding with Somaliland, has already raised tensions with Somalia and drawn concern from regional bodies. The Horn of Africa is a delicate ecosystem of alliances and rivalries. Any major shift in the balance of power could have unpredictable consequences. Ethiopia's rise is not happening in a vacuum. It is challenging the existing order, and the existing order is pushing back. The year 2025 and beyond will be critical. We are witnessing a historic recalibration of power in the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia, the ancient empire and the modernizing state, is making its move. It's turning its landlocked geography into diplomatic leverage, building a 21st century military, and dreaming of a flag flying over the Red Sea once more. Is this the return of an empire, or the birth of a new kind of superpower? One thing is certain: the sleeping giant is now wide awake, and the entire region is holding its breath to see what it does next. What do you think about Ethiopia's strategy? Is it a brilliant masterstroke or a reckless gamble? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you found this deep dive fascinating, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to eGreen channel for more content just like this. Hitting that notification bell ensures you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.